Good morning, everyone. This is Brad Matheny. Today is the 23rd of May, Friday, just before Memorial Day weekend, and I wanted to do this quick video to, number one, thank all of you guys for following me and helping me, really reach a larger audience. That's been my goal since, well, about 2-3 years ago. Some of you know my story. Had a little heart problem on some medication that I was on, caused me to go into heart failure. Really changed my world in the sense that I realized I wanted to do something and leave a legacy and try to help as many people as I could learn to become better traders. So over the course of the last, 20 plus months, I have been focusing on developing these plan your trade videos. And there are literally dozens of them, hundreds of them available. You can see I've got something like 400 plus videos, 842 videos, training videos, all kinds of information out here for you. Just really, and the purpose of what I do every morning, I get out and try to tell you what I see is going to happen in the markets. I cover the S&P, the QQQ, gold, silver, Bitcoin, and sometimes a few others. But the real focus here is to teach you the skills, the techniques, and the wherewithal to improve your trading skills. I run a service for traders, yes. If you really like what I do, it's available for you. I'm not one of those hard pressure guys. I'm trying to basically just help you. And if you like what I do, then come over to ment.com and check out the Expert Growth Service, which is right down here. Expert Growth is a fully supported service designed to help you become even more efficient with trades, using my algos, using my proprietary indexes, my proprietary research, which I'm going to show you a little bit of today, and also going over some data, some proprietary data that you just don't get in my free plan your trade videos. You also get all of this proprietary research, all of this, access to my proprietary algos, the Ment rotational modeling system, which is an investor strategy, has been outperforming the S&P for more than 15 plus years, 17 years now. My gunslinger trading tools, my proprietary custom index and research, specialized U.S. real estate market trends and content, dozens of hours, 50 plus hours of training videos, access to my Discord channel, access to my morning SPY and gold cycle patterns, specialized market commentary throughout the day on Discord, and you get to follow along with a bunch of other traders who are already subscribed and sharing their data. Now, again, it's up to you. I'm not really trying to push you. I've created this $1,000 challenge to try to teach people how just very simply 20, 30, 40% return on investment a month. And remember, that can be done in 5, 6, 7 trades a month. If you trade efficiently, can generate stupendous returns. I mean, look, at 40% a month, you can start with $1,000 and you can get up into $79,000 to $100,000 within a year. Even if you cut that in half and did 20, you could be up in the 40, 50, 60, 70,000 by the end of a year. 20% a month on options, trading options, if you have decent skills, is not that hard to do. It really is not that hard to do. You just got to learn to measure and pace your activity. The greed will kick in. The adrenaline, the endorphins, you start hitting a couple winners and you think, I can do this every single day. And it gets harder and harder to pick winners every single day. It's much easier to pick, 5, 6, 7 trades a month, 8 trades, 10 trades a month that play out pretty well, a couple of losers maybe, and then you can grow your account very efficiently. Like I said, right now my account is under this $11,600 level because of this rotation, but it's climbing back up. And as I stated, here's my growth. You've seen I've had a couple of little down months, one right here, one right here. This month may be a little down month as well because of this rotation in the market, but I'm poised all the way out through the end of June to get back up to this level. If the markets keep doing what they're doing, I'm going to be sitting pretty in another week or two. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's looking pretty good right now, but not up to this 11,600 level. I'm off of that level. But again, talking about what I do for you and what I can try to do for you even further. So today, we're going to go over some of the TTScanner live algos trigger. These are live automated algos that are running in the background on my server. And what I want to point out here is, look at some of these triggers. Long trade from 425. Yeah, that's about a month ago, but 16%. Okay, some of these have been in and they haven't hit any targets yet. Well, 6%, these are just from 513, haven't really done much. 428, up 8.5 or 8.85%. From 5.5, that's 15 days on QTech, up 5.96. IGF, up 3.53. Hit both targets. So now you need to understand that, you know, when you hit targets here, you're pulling out profits. So that's what you're doing in each one of these as we come up. So you got in at 170, you went up to $10, basically $9.50, pulled profits, went up another $8.50, pulled more profits, and now you should be sitting at about 1/3 or 1/4 of your total trade, running with this 9% profit. And this is how you, honestly, this is how you tag some really good winners here, running these TTScanner triggers. So you can see IGF or IGV hit the first target. It's been about a month. That is a $6, $7.50 target. Hasn't hit the second target. We're already up 8%. So you've already pulled, you know, 30 to 50% of your trade off right here, pulling on the first target. That gets you very close to, and that was 2 weeks ago. And you've moved your stop level, which is right here, to 99.97, and you can see that we've got a very solid trend here. I mean, this is a nice, easy gainer. Probably gave you at least 20-25% on this trade with options. FDN's been in a trade since 430, hit both targets. Remember, you pull your target 30 to 50%. Second target, pull another 30 to 50%. That leaves you with about a quarter, maybe a third of your trade left over for the runner. And every single one of these that are pink like this, pink, these are easy money trades. Even on a first target, like right here, pull 30 to 50% off, move your stop up above break even. There's your stop, 98.41. Here's your entry, 96.38. You can see we're already above our entry price. So we're fully protected on this trade. But look at some of these numbers. FBTC, Bitcoin's been on a tear, hit both targets. You can see here IYC is on a tear. GBTC is on a tear, 16%. But now we have even more fun. We can come back down here to these 60 minutes and start taking a look. Now the 60 minutes are rolling. And I want to teach you, because we're rolling into sideways trading here. Let's come over here and take a look at the SPY right now. And let's go to 30-minute. And you can see that we are rolling off of this low. We're climbing back up, but we are rolling in a broad sideways kind of a trend right here. We've come up, we've rallied, peaked on May 19th, rolling down here into kind of a downward trend and really struggling around these gaps right now. So where we're at back over here with the TTScanner triggers, on the 60 minutes, you've got a new trigger here. 1 bar old, that means 1 hour old. You've got the thrusting pattern green at 15.78. This is what I try to teach members. You want to try to find a thrust with above 25, the way I look at it. So green and 15, that's a pretty good trigger. You've got a profit factor of 0.95, which is close to 1. Anything close to 1, meaning 0.9, 0.95, 1 or higher, is pretty good, especially if you get a high number on the win rate. So a high number would be 1.3, 1.5, 1.9, 2 point anything. So you got a pretty good win rate and profit factor here. You don't have that 25 yet, so it's a fairly early move in Nugget, NUGT, but still good. I would consider this a 50, 60, 70% position going into the weekend. Now we have a long holiday weekend, so you'd probably want to hedge this trade a little bit, meaning you would pick, long dated, maybe 10, 15, 20 days out for Nugget on the call side, and then to hedge before the end of the week, you would pick something for next Friday on the put side. So maybe 2 long or 2 calls and 1 put. Pick a strike price that's, fairly reasonable, a shorter, near the money or in the money strike price on the calls, and a little bit out of the money strike price on the puts. I think you'd be safe going into the weekend, and you would hedge in case we get a move. Notice that GDX is also in the same position at an 11.89. Now, this is a little bit weaker. You see the profit factor and win rate. It's a little bit weaker than GDX or Nugget, sorry. So in this case, I'd probably be about a half or 6/10 of a position, meaning you want to try to watch these win rates for high numbers and low numbers. Here, IYH is short. It's already hit both targets. It's only about 2 days old. It's up 1.29%. Now, is that a huge number? You tell me. I mean, we're $1 in the profits here. We're moving downward. We are in an upward thrusting pattern in green, which means we're in a counter trend. But we have a fairly high successful win rate and profit factor. But we're in a bit of an uptrend. That's what this thrusting tells us, as well as this bull-bear rank. Lastly, we have GDX in a new trade at 17. We would want these to try to be up above 25. The thrusting pattern green is good, but anything like this, or this, or this, these bigger numbers, means that we're in a shorter term, and thrusting is very short term, really only 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. And again, these are 60-minute bars, but the idea here is, 25 or higher is very positive. Minus 25 or lower is very negative. Now, what you need to be aware of is where we're at with ranking. 2s on the ranking over here are not trending at all. No trending. 3s are a little bit better, but still not trending. 4s, 5s, 6s, we are trending, and that's kind of what we look for. 4, 5, 6, 7 on bull bear rank is trending. That will give us a potential trigger. Now we're looking for higher thrust levels. So you see here with this RWX, it's a brand new trigger generated today on the hourly. We just got into the trade, it looks like, with a 66, pretty good. Look at the ranking levels here, 0.78, 1.33. Not the greatest. We would want something like this. This is really good. Or this, like I showed you, this is a solid baseline level for near 100% allocation. This, because it's a little weaker, would probably be a 50, 60% allocation, but still a very solid trigger. Okay? But now we come down to the 15 minutes. And you're going to get more triggers on the 15 minutes. So here's a new IWM long. Look at the ranking. The 4s. Thrust is 56.39, solid. 77 and 143, probably a 50, 60% allocation. But because you have the green thrusting, and because it's above 25, this is a very valid trigger right now. KBE, same thing. Brand new trigger. We're up a little bit, 63. But look at these numbers, 46 and 1.03. Ooh, not the greatest numbers, right? Still a valid trigger. Focus on target number 1. If you get to target number 1, pull 50 or 60% off. That may be all you get. because of this low win rate and profit factor. Long and short of it, you're at a 63.95 thrust. You're getting upward trending. Still a good trade, but probably only 40-50% allocation. Same thing here. IXC, new long trade, 76.41 on thrust, 0.49, 0.94. This would only be a 40-50% allocation, and you would be looking for, anything above this 38.05, 38.10 level, call it good and get out. Now we move to ITA, 3 bars into the trade, very little profit yet, haven't hit the targets yet, 61.68, great win rate and profit factor. This is something you can still chase because we haven't hit the targets yet. We're only up a little bit, and gives you the ability to try to get into a nice move. This tells me that we can trade at 80 or 100% allocation. Same thing here. GNR, 2 bars ago, 65.92 is a great uptrend in green. 80 and 145. That's 70, 80, 90% allocation in my mind. IGF, long, already hit the first target, 71. You could chase this if you wanted to because we've already hit the first target. And because of these numbers, you'd probably only want to be 50% allocation. RWX, much better. Hit both targets already, up 0.35. You see how tight these targets are, right? So this is 15-minute. RWX. So we entered at 26.24, target at 26.30 and 26.35. You know what? That's pretty tight, really quite tight. You're only going to get maybe 8, 10, 12, 15% out of this as an option. 16 on the thrust, not quite high enough, but good solid win rate, okay? So where we're at with this is stop is already at 26.30. We're already above that level. You got a pretty solid win rate, but because you're past the targets, you'd probably want to use like a half position and try to trade that move on upward. Now, we would be looking for more confirmation on these 60 minutes. If we get more confirmation, we have a new trigger here at RWX, same trigger. 66. So you see this RWX, new long. Okay, good. Moderately weak on the profit factor and win rate. Okay, so still 50-60% allocation, not full allocation. And that confirms with our RWX over here, with our long trade in place, just waiting to build some new momentum. Let's come back over to dailies. See if we get any trigger on RWX. Now this, I'm working on organizing these a little bit better, but there's RWX is flat. Very good win rate and success rate on the daily. So now if we come over here and take a look, and this is what I want you to do, or learn to do, RWX. Fairly thinly traded. This is 30 minutes. We're in an uptrend. Let's go back here to hourly. We're in an uptrend. We're rolling. This is the kind of slope that you get on a 4. Typically, that kind of, I'll draw it here. This kind of an upward channel. That's a 4. I tell people that, with TTScanner, a bull bear rank of 1 equals 10% or 10-degree slope. Let me get the idea here. 2 equals 20-degree. 3 equals 30-degree, 4 equals 40-degree, 5 equals 50-degree. So we're getting a 4, and you're getting roughly a 40-45-degree slope here. That's about what you should expect. At a 5, you're getting a 50-degree slope. So really, think of it like this. This is a 1-degree slope. This is a 2-degree slope, a 3-degree slope, 4-degree slope, a 5-degree slope. Wow, that's a little tough. So undo that. A 5-degree slope, maybe a little higher. 6-degree slope, 7, 8, and 9. Kind of like that. So the slopes are all variant based on the degree of slope, and this is a multi-indicator sloping system. So we get very clear trending. When you come back over here and you look at these sloping systems, you can easily see we're in an upward 40-degree slope. So you can see GBTC, come back over here. We're in an upward 40-degree slope. Can you see it? It's pretty clear. That's about a 40, 45 to upward degree slope. If you were to take horizontal, come straight across, it's pretty much a 45-degree slope upward. And that's kind of how this whole system works. So what happens here is these are like a continuous little gold mine. You can come all the way down here to 2 minute if you want, catching a bunch of super short triggers. Okay, this isn't a pretty strong pullback right now. SOXX already up 46 or 0.46, 0.5%. You hit both targets. The idea here, guys, with the 2 minute is these give you very quick swings in and out in 10, 5, 10, 20 minutes. 5 minute gives you good solid swings for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes at a shot. And sometimes catch some nice little moves. 0.77%. We might catch 1.96 right here and nugget. And these are just today. I guarantee you these are all just today. Very unlikely to be carrying any positions over any amount of time. But look at these trades. I mean, only a few of them are really into minor losers. 90%, almost 85, 90% of these trades are all winners. And that happens almost every day over here with these TTScanner trades. They're just like a gold mine. You won't be able to trade all of them. I get it. So you pick your favorite symbols and you watch for confirmation. The way I like to watch for confirmation is, for example, if I'm looking at the 5 minute, which is where I'm looking right now, I want to go back up to the 15 minute and see if I get any confirmation. So IWM has got a brand new trade trigger. Great. Okay, I like trading IWM. Mid caps, perfect. Come back to 5 minutes, come over here. You can use the find feature, IWM. There we go. It's long, it's been long, it's up 23%. Hit the first target. Moderate thrusting pattern and decent win rate. So this is a full position I can get into. I can come back over here to the 15 minute, come back down here to my IWM trade. Same kind of ranking, solid thrusting. I have a good trigger here. You can get long IWM. I have confirmation on the 15 minute and the 5 minute that they're both going up. And if I really wanted to, I'd come up here on the 60 minute, but IWM may not generate a trigger here yet. So let me find it. There we go. No trigger yet. Okay, but still, thrusting going up on a 20-degree slope. Very solid win rate right here. And again, this is what I'm trying to do for you. I'm not going to hand you trades. I won't be bugging you all day long saying, take this trade or take that trade or look at this. I mean, yeah, I may comment on things I see, but these are what my subscribers are using. So spiders, 5 minute are flat, 15 minute flat, 60 minute, one short in XLV from today, just 3 bars old, that's 3 hours old, daily. We have one new short, XLV, looking pretty good. Look at this win rate, love that. Let's come take a look at XLV real quick. Breaking down, let's see daily. Healthcare sector, yeah, really breaking down. I mean, I would say we're close to support. Let's go back over here. COVID coming across here. I mean, I do see a channeling section kind of right across here. But if the markets were to break down further, like I suspect, this would be the move coming back down. And below this level, we would have to target this level and then really come down here into this level. So that's about a 9 to 20% downward move. Yeah, call it 7.5 to 15. 8 to 15, 16% downward move, potentially. And, like I said, got a brand new short trigger here. Let's come back over here to XLV, brand new short trigger, solid win rate, positive thrust. Okay, got to kind of pause on this a little bit because we got that positive thrust. Let's go down to 15-minute. No trigger on XLV. Let's come back over here. Go down to 15-minute. Spread this out. Yeah, see how we're in this little uptrend? Rolling. This would be a pretty good move maybe for XLV to set up for the weekend. You know, you'd be biasing to the downside is what you'd want to do. Prepare for a downside move. And of course, this level here plays fairly, could be important. So that's a $3 move down. But you've got this little roll off of these highs from the pre-market or from early trading back over here. This is a pretty good short signal right here. In fact, I might just go jump on this one. I like these slower ones. To me, they're nice and solid. Okay, so, you know, the point again, this is, again, my research is helping you. My tools are helping you. You know, what I wanted to do is show you how you can find success. A lot of people like to day trade in and out of the market. The trick with day trading is this. Learn to try to take your profits and walk away. You can trade all day long if you want, but I look at it like staying at a blackjack table. If you go to a blackjack table, turn $200 into $600, walk away. That's a great win. If you can get 200% at a blackjack table, you know, walk away. 300%, walk away. Honestly, the longer you stay there, the more likely you're going to give it all back. Okay? So don't be foolish. If you get a couple of good trades, you know, in a week and you're up 30, 40% in a week, hey, you're great. You don't have to do anything else for the rest of the month if you don't want to. Just sit back, wait for the markets to come to you, and maybe take some slower trades. But if you can get 30, 40, 50, 60% return on investment in a couple of weeks, you're doing great. You do that a couple more weeks, you know, 5, 6, 7 months, and as I'm telling you, you're going to be at a point where you're going to be able to go 6 months into it, roughly 150, 180 days. You could turn $1,000 into $15,000 to $20,000 just doing 40% every 20 days. It's a huge, I mean, it's really important for you to understand that if you want to get rich in the stock market, I'm not trying to say this as a pitch, but if you want to get rich, there's 2 things you have to do. 3 things. Let me change my content here. Number 1, protect yourself from you. Okay, you are going to be the biggest problem you have trying to trade. You're going to get greedy. You're going to get addicted to it. You're going to get the adrenaline and the endorphin rush, and you're going to be chasing crazy trades and maybe blow up your account. So you need to learn to pace yourself and survive. And that's what this $1,000 expert growth challenge is all about. Learning how to trade trading is not gambling. You need to understand that if you want to blow up your account 6 or 7 times, have fun. You're going to go broke 6 or 7 times or more until you figure out that trading is about taking targeted trades with a portion of your capital, not going all in, and trying to do that efficiently over and over and over again, month after month, year after year, and you will become a better trader. If you want to go gamble and look for, the jackpot or the bonus round or the whatever, the fireballs, go for it, but that's not trading. That's just gambling. Okay, number 2, you need to find someone that's going to help you. Find someone that can teach you, that can assist you, and provide you good tools to keep finding good trades. Hint, hint, that's what this is all about. Okay? That's what this is all about. These are all great trades. Okay? Now, number 3, what you need to do is you need to invest in yourself. You need to put the time, energy, effort, and research in to try to learn these skills, apply them, and that may mean paper trading a bit. That may mean trading smaller quantities. You don't go from 0 to hero in 10 days as a trader. You learn, you apply, you learn from your mistakes, and you keep trying to protect and project a process of winning instead of losing. Okay, again, thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to highlight. I'm on TradingView. A lot of you people find me on TradingView. There's my account. I've got 3,300 followers. It's fantastic. I'm getting, many, many followers over here. TradingView is fantastic for their charting. That's what I'm using here for some of these charting tools. But, I was going to show you some of my proprietary stuff. So over here, we have one of my proprietary indexes here showing you the markets are biasing, coming off of these highs. You can see them right over here. I'm going to try to draw a little bit. A little longer video than I wanted, but just is all off the cuff here. I'm just basically talking to you. Do you see how we rolled off of this high? Well, you see how we rolled off of this high too recently, and how we're coming down off of this high as well. Very solid potential breakdown. And this is the part of the gunslinger tools you get. This is the pressure Donchian cycle system. It tracks trending and pressure cycles. So upward cycle, downward cycle, upward cycle, downward. And you can see we get through these rotations. This is another Donchian or a gunslinger tool up here called the pressure Bollinger Band system. You can see how we went long right here. This is weekly. And we just rolled all the way up through this long trade. And we went bearish right over here, and we're still bearish weekly. Same thing here. Bearish and still bearish weekly, looking for a breakdown. Now, next proprietary system, once this loads, is right here. This is my primary, secondary SPY biasing system. This is as of 5/14. This is older. This is an inverted long trigger right here. Inverted triggers are identified as the opposite. So this is a short entry. This happened basically on the week of the 13th. This is daily, sorry, the day of the 13th. We had a new short trigger being generated. And again, back over here on the SPY, the day of the 13th is right here. New short trigger. And look at where we're at right now. These biasing systems, which are part of my proprietary research, are leading in many cases. You can see back over here, we moved into this downward trend in May, in the secondary bias at the beginning portion of May. Okay, that means that, right back over here, again, this is the SPY, beginning of May, right here, that secondary bias told us that we were topping and we were going to roll. It's just a matter of time, as long as it continued to move downward, which, in this case, it did, and is continuing to move downward. So next we have the additional biasing system here. Okay, that's the same biasing and secondary biasing system. Where's the other ones? Got some back over here showing you. This is some of the content I delivered. Consolidation. This is U.S. Sentiment Index. This is consolidation. You can see how I highlighted rotating consolidation, breaking down. This is the SPY, breaking down through this flagging. This was intraday through May, back over here on the 6th or the 7th. This is actually the 10th of May, showing traders how 15-minute sentiment index shows a much broader excess phase peak pattern now in flagging that could still be very valid. Watching how this plays out. You see how I've highlighted the downward breakdown into consolidation, which would be a downward breakdown here into consolidation. Okay, and as of right now, we're 581. We're down near these lows right here, getting ready to possibly move down into this consolidation range. But again, these are things that my subscribers get in the Discord channel. All of my proprietary stuff I share with them. I try to keep them abreast of what's happening. So it's about, like I said, helping traders. That's what it's about. Helping you guys find better results, better outcomes, and better success. That's what it boils down to. So where we're at right now, we're watching this play out, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to go check out this, this RWX trade, was it? Yeah, this RWX, I believe. It's on a 5-minute. Long. Come back over here. Z. Get rid of these. Go back. XLV. That was what I was looking at. XLV. Ready to make a nice little short trade. Yeah, up above this high. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm looking to do here is I'm looking to take advantage of that XLV setup. Looking to fill this gap, which means we're coming very close to filling this gap. What I would try to do here is sell anywhere up near this level, 130.40, 130, 130.50. So very unlikely we're going to get up here to 131. Anywhere up in this area would be sufficient for me, and looking for that potential breakdown, considering we had the trades set up over here on the spider sectors. Where did it go? XLV. So now see this positive 32.5. When you're in a short trade and you get a positive thrust number, that means you're in a pullback. Okay, ranking is fairly flat, but let's see daily. Yeah, XLV new short minus 16. Very high ranking numbers. We're off a little bit. I like it. Gives me a nice target. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoy. Remember, come over here to mint.com. Check out what I do. Subscription rates are very, very cheap. And like I told you, the real hidden gem of all of this are these TTScanner algos. These things are running every day, handing you winning trades, hopefully. Dozens of winning trades. You just got to come out here and look. And these things, 5-minute, 2-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute, it's all right here waiting for you. Okay, guys, good luck.